before we begin, I would like to thank Nathan from Rockler and Rockler for sending me all this cool stuff. I would also like to thank Sober for sending me the 1660 workbench. I will use it in a lot of my videos, as well as all these things from Rockler. Hello, this is In the Shop. I'm your host, Christian, and today we are making a sword and shield. And if you are my age, you might want to ask an adult to help. Please remember to read your owner manuals for any safety procedures. Hello guys, today we're going to make a sword. What I have here is a 2x4 ripped in half and a dowel wrap. So to start the sword, you're going to want to mark your sword. I'm marking it at, I have a 53, and I'm going to cut it at, for the whole entire length of the sword. For the hilt, I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. I'll mark this all in a second. The brace is going to be 4 pieces, but together we'll explain that later. And then you're going to have the rest be your sword blade. Or a sword blade is going to be at 25 inches. So leaving whatever is left will be for the brace. Okay, we have cut our sword, blade and handle, and we also have a brace here. We're going to glue the brace and shape the brace here in a few minutes. You're going to want your brace, when you glue it, like this where the hole is, then you're going to stick it in it where you have the mark, if you put a mark where the handle is going to be. Since we haven't glued it yet, I'm just going to stick it in here for a cheap way. But you're going to have your handle like that. Before you start gluing, you want to put cardboard down on the bench, and so to protect it from glue. And then you want to put marks on the wood so you know which ones are going in, which ones are going out. And once you do that, you're going to take glue, and once you put some glue on, I'm going to use one of the pieces from a glue kit I got from Rockler's to help spread the glue in space, so to make sure it will stick. And then I'm going to put pieces on. And you don't have to, but while I'm sitting here wiping the glue, you can put a spacer in between, like I am, because it helps make sure you don't, so you have so you can put it up. I'm going to do the same thing on top of those 2 outer ones. But don't put any on the spacer. You don't want any glue on the spacers. You don't want any glue on the spacers because if you put glue on the spacer, you will screw yourself over, because then you'll have to redo the whole part of the brace. If you do get any glue on the spacer, just take it and wipe it off, like I am, because I got glue on it. Then you're going to take your last piece of the brace, put it on, and then you're going to want to clamp it. So clamps here. once you put the glue on, you're going to want to clamp it together. So I'm taking it to the edge of this bench. So first I'm going to make sure it's even and level. Everything. And then I'm going to clamp it down. Then I'm going to push my spacer out, so even if it has glue on it, it doesn't get stuck in the, no, yeah. Hey, the mallet. Grab the mallet and work the mallet. No. I'm going to use this mallet my dad made so I can get the spacer out because it's not working. Now the brace is done. Just let it sit there and dry. While that is drying, you're going to round over the handle with various tools. You're going to want to take it at an angle depending on the grain. You're going to go, I have to go ahead and let this read. Through it until it makes it round. Okay, as you guys can see, for the handle I've used multiple different tools. Now we're going to go to a belt sander to fix the blade. Now it's dried, so you're going to mark it so you know where to cut, and we're going to go to a bandsaw. Once you cut on the bandsaw, you want to make sure it fits still. And then we're going to go sand it. You can use a round sander or you can sand it by hand. Your choice. Now we're going to start on the shield. you're going to want to have two pieces. You want to be able to have the shield and a handle. So I'm going to go to the bandsaw and cut out the handle first. We'll come back and talk about the shield in a minute. This is 3/8 birch, which we're going to get the shield out of. And we're going to do it on the bandsaw. Once you've cut it on the bandsaw, you're going to want to put it somewhere so you can sand it. What we're going to use is 180 to help round it out. If you don't know what a medieval looking shield looks like, or what any kind of shield, just so you can look it up. Now since we have our shield done and our handle done, we're going to take painter's tape to make a boundary so we can paint a stripe. We'll spray paint, however you want. Once you've finished painting your sword, you're going to want to take your sword, put it in, because everything will hopefully you've shaped your sword. Make a bit of trouble here. You're going to want to get it in there so it will fit. Having a bit of trouble getting it in. Hey there, can you come help? Once you finish your shirt, you're going to put a fresh layer of clear lacquer. As you can see, I've kind of need to work on my spray painting on both items. But once you do that, you're going to flip it over. And then hopefully you already have your handle done. You're going to glue your handle and... Do I have my... Hopefully, if you have a glue kit, it's always good to have, it's always good before you use glue to have a sharp towel depending on the size of it. And then you're going to want to add pressure to it. That's my pressure is the brick. As you can see, today's project was fun, a bit difficult, but it's easy enough to do. This project can be made different ways. I mean, the sword can be made in any way you like, square, circle. The shield, you can make whatever kind of shield. You can make a rectangular shield or quadruple. Tune into our next video where we'll be going back on the lathe and we'll go more into turning it. Remember to support us on Patreon and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps make this possible. Links to our supporters and Patreon and more show notes. Leave me a comment on this project, new suggestions, or just say hi. Thanks for watching and subscribe.